everybody, how's it going? Welcome back to Copper Jacket TV. Now, I don't know about you, but I have a laundry list of things that I would like to see from this next Congress when they take their seats in January. One of which is to simply get rid of the ATF, delete that agency. It doesn't need to exist. That agency has overstepped its boundaries on multiple occasions, and they've even acted like Congress at times, creating new laws. Only Congress can create new laws, but for some reason, for the past several decades, that agency has been doing it without any interference whatsoever. There is nothing that they do that couldn't be absorbed by some other three-letter agency out there. Well, guess what? Here we go. We have a new bill that's going to be introduced in the new Congress in January that's going to do just that. And this time, we actually have a chance. So let's talk about it. Now, before we get started, I want to tell you a little bit about today's sponsor, which is Delete Me. Delete Me is an amazing service that will allow you to get your online privacy back. Believe it or not, there are data brokerage sites out there whose sole focus it is to gather, sell, and distribute your personal data. So what is Delete Me and how does it help? Well, Delete Me is a company that cares about your personal privacy. And so what they do is they collect your information and they scour the internet and search those data brokerage sites to remove your personal information. Now, I personally have a Delete Me account. As a matter of fact, I've been using their services since December of 2023. And in that time, they have scanned 111,056 listings and removed my information from 44 different brokers. Now, one of my favorite things to do with my Delete Me account is actually check out the online dashboard. From there, you will find all of the relevant information that you need, from the number of listings that were scanned, how many times your information popped up on a data brokerage site, what type of information popped up, from your age, your address, your name. It will break everything down for you so that you can see how Delete Me is working effectively for you. So if your online privacy is important to you like it is to me, make sure you join Delete Me. You can use the link down below to save 20% or use the discount code COPPERJACKET. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about what's going on here. So we're talking about a bill that is going to be introduced next January by Missouri Republican Eric Burlison. Now, Burlison was a co-sponsor on a previous bill that would do the same thing, basically eliminate the ATF. Now, at the time when that bill was introduced by Matt Gaetz, it had no chance in hell, right? We all kind of knew that these were bills that were introduced to sort of represent our position on things, but we knew that they didn't have a chance to actually go anywhere, and that's really what happened. That bill was previously introduced, it died, it didn't go anywhere, and that was the end of it. Well, things are changing here, obviously. We know that the Senate and the House are going to be controlled by the Republicans, and then we have a Republican in the White House as well. That means that bills which didn't stand a chance before actually do stand a chance now. And so again, in January, there is going to be a bill to eliminate the ATF. Now, I think the vast majority of people who watch this channel understand that even with control of Congress, we still face an uphill battle on this issue because there are far too many rhinos in Congress today. But thankfully, there are other directions that we can go. This is what Eric Burlison, the person who is going to be introducing this bill, has to say on that.
The ATF is a disaster. I mean, for decades, they've been a disaster agency, and they've been violating the constitutional, Second Amendment. They every time they try to get involved, they mess things up. I mean, they have a long history of mistakes, of abusing individuals' Second Amendment rights, all the way back to Ruby Ridge, to what happened at Waco, and then you had the Operation Fast and Furious. I mean, this is an agency that it just continues to violate citizens' rights and Second Amendment rights. And I think that at the end of the day, this agency needs to be abolished. Do I think that we can accomplish this? I think that we can accomplish the agenda, the goal, in a number of ways. We can, if this bill is not going to pass, we're not going to abolish it, in law, then we can defund it. If we can't defund it, then we will find any and every rule that they're abusing and that gives them their authority, and we can repeal those. So this is a multi-pronged effort. I can't tell other Republicans how to vote, but there's constituents can, and I have a feeling that their constituents will strongly encourage them to support this bill.
Now, like he was saying, even if this bill doesn't pass, there's still other directions we can go. The House holds the power of the purse. I think that's probably the strongest thing that we have right now. The House can simply defund that agency. And so while the agency would still exist, it would be more of a shell of what it is today. So that might be one direction that we go. But regardless, I'm happy to see that bills like this are finally starting to roll in. And next Congress, we're going to see some serious action. But that action has to show in results, right? We have to see these bills introduced, and then we have to see these bills actually passed so that they can then be signed by the president. Until then, it's basically all just words. But we'll see. If we have the trifecta right now, there needs to be something that comes of it, or else it was all for nothing. And I think that would do a huge disservice to the people that voted. So obviously there's still a lot to do after this. I want to see national constitutional carry. I want to see the NFA and the GCA gone. I want to see a lot of things happen. I know that it's kind of a big dream wish list that I have, but still, these are things that we can at least start to chip away at. If we can start to chip away at them, I would be happy. Because at this point, right now, nothing's happened. As a matter of fact, the agencies and the laws that they enforce have only gotten worse. So if we can start moving that clock in the other direction, that would still be a step forward for me. Nonetheless, that's what I want to see out of the next Congress. I want to see some big things happen. I'll let you guys know if any new bills get introduced, and we'll follow them. And if there's any updates that I need to share with you, I will bring them to you right away. So I want to thank you all very much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Please like, subscribe. You all have a great day.